Hello, I'm Peter Bint from #DailyK. Please enjoy Easy as Canada with Minji, which airs in hour number 2 every Friday. Spice up your Fridays with the most exciting way to learn Korean.
Explore the Korean language through the magic of movies, dramas, and music on
Easy as Canada
with Minji.
It is the first day of September. I don't think I've inflicted this upon you, Minji, before. I'm not sure if you've ever been here on the first day of a month, but in England, it's a tradition at school. I pinch and punch you. I say, pinch, punch, first day of the month.
Oh, pinch punch.
Yeah, because it kind of rhymes, and I don't know, it's an excuse to punch your friends. Did you have anything like that in Korea on the first day of the month?
Except for like April's Fool.
Okay.
I don't think
really.
we have that kind of culture.
What about, because Denny reminded me on my birthday last month about birthday beats where you kind of punch someone on their birthday. Does that happen in Korea?
Yes, we call it like 생일빵.
생일빵.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, obviously if you're doing that, do it gently. Don't hurt anyone, right? How have you been, Minji? It's September already.
Yes, that's impressive, right?
We are happy to have reached the 9th month of the year.
Right.
Any big plans for September?
My graduate school, the semester will begin.
Officially.
Yeah, within like a few days.
Oh, looking forward to it. Nervous?
Not nervous, but I'm still worried that if I could take all the classes at night, like nighttime.
Do you have to go in person to the classes?
Yes, all the classes.
They're not like online or being streamed or anything like that anymore?
Yeah. So I feel like I miss those kind of times where you can kind of take classes online as well.
That's interesting because my kids' school, they've got a parents' like consultation, where before COVID, 100% you would go and see the teacher in their office. Unless it was an exceptional circumstance, maybe you could do it over the phone, but that wasn't common. But still, despite COVID finishing, the default is they're doing online video meetings. Oh. And I said to my wife, like, no, go and see them in person. Like, you can apply to see them in person, but I think it should be, back to let's actually be in the same physical space together. But I think teachers also find it convenient just to do a video call.
Yes.
Like, there are people who just don't want to meet in person, right? It's interesting. Today's hashtag, Minji, 축하.
축하, yes.
Congratulations, I suppose, in English. What does that bring to mind for you?
Well, first of all, I would like to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Arirang Network. Yay!
Did you buy a cake and some party hats?
Not yet.
Minji.
I think I need to get it right.
It's okay. Thank you for that. Congratulations. Yeah. Did you know that Arirang Radio had been going on for 20 years? I mean, whenever you found that out, I wonder if that was a surprising fact that we've been around for 2 decades.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising to me. I mean, like, I've been consuming their contents when I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Really?
In order to learn English.
Oh, amazing.
So I know it should be at least like over a decade.
Okay.
Yeah, but 2 decades?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Right? How old do you think we're going to get to? Do you think Arirang Radio can reach 200 years?
Yes, of course.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it is an amazing achievement. What does that mean? 20 years ago, 2003. Think back to what you were doing, listeners, in that year, right? 2003. What was I? What were you doing, Minji? You were alive, right?
Yeah, of course. I was like... how old I was?
I don't know how old you were. What year were you born, Minji?
I don't remember.
1990. What year were you born?
1994.
1994.
So I was like
9 years old.
Yeah.
In like Western age, I suppose.
You're better than calculating with the numbers. Yes.
What were you doing when you were 9, Minji? That you can remember. 9 is what? Is that 4th grade? Maybe 4학년?
2학년.
2학년? In Korean 9.
Yes.
But in English 9, I think it must be 4학년, right? I think so. Fourth grade. So let's say fourth grade. Do you remember what you're doing? Did you have any young boyfriends at the time?
Maybe. I spent time in the 놀이터 playground and also went to the school, I mean swimming pool, like 학원. There's a swimming 학원.
Were you learning swimming at the time?
Yes.
Were you into swimming quite in a big way?
Yeah, at the time.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Minji might have been swimming while we were doing our first broadcast. Who knows? In other terms, so I know you had to say that for 축하 today. We made you say that. Our producer made you say happy anniversary, right?
Yeah.
But what else does that bring to mind when you hear that word, like 축하?
It actually reminds me of the 축하 song, like 생일 축하 song, like happy birthday song.
Okay, we say that in Korean, right? 생일 축하합니다.
Yeah.
But isn't there also a 축하 song, like a slightly different one? 축하합니다. Is that a song, or am I just making that up?
Yeah, I've also heard that too.
축하합니다. What is that for? When do you sing that?
I'm not sure. I just changed the 생일, like in the 생일 축하합니다 노래.
Okay.
Like 졸업, for example, graduation. Like
졸업 축하합니다. Really? We are learning some new songs here. So if you don't want to do birthday, like happy birthday, that's 생일 축하합니다. You could do graduation congrats. 졸업 축하합니다. I don't think we do that in English. Do we say happy graduation to you? That sounds really awkward, to be honest. All right. I should stop singing now before everyone turns off the radio. We do have today a drama or a movie that we are going to be acting out for you, and we'll learn 3 lines in Korean. Let's go through those first.
Okay, so first line is quite longer.
사는
게 팍팍하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
사는 게 팍팍하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Yes, life is hardscrabble. So even if I arrive on time, it feels like I'm late.
Oh, interesting. Life is a hard scrabble, or, it's a real tough rat race. So even if I arrive on time, it feels like I'm late. Second sentence.
이미 열정이 지난 나이인데 열정페이 받고 이래.
이미 열정이 지난 나이인데 열정페이 받고 이래.
Yes, somebody's reached an age where the passion has faded, but he or she works passionately for a small wage.
There's an expression for that, it seems, in Korean that will learn. She's reached an age where the passion for her work, I'm assuming, has kind of faded, but she's still working as if she's like a newbie who can get paid little because they're passionate. That's kind of the roundabout thing. Don't worry, we'll get into the details of each of the words and expressions as well. But let's get to sentence 3.
열정은 오르는데 월급이 안 올라서요.
열정은 오르는데 월급이 안 올라서요.
Yes, it literally means my passion is increasing, but my salary isn't rising.
Oh, that's not a good combination, is it? Okay, so what are some pronunciation tips for our listeners?
So in the first sentence, there are many 기역 and 히읗 combinations that have to be pronounced as the ki역 sound, like k sound.
Okay, when those are combined, like sometimes the 받침 of one consonant, and then the next consonant starting sound is a 히읗.
Yes.
Okay.
Like as in 도착하면, 지각한, and so on.
도착하면 지각한.
Yeah.
Okay, those kind of sounds, don't just do it as a normal 기역 받침, but turn it into a ki역 sound.
Yes, and there are many connector like 나인데 or 오르는데 and so on. So I hope the listeners pay attention to where to split the sentence.
Are they good tips for where to stop? Like 지난 나인데 and take a quick pause and then move on.
Right.
Or 열정은 오르는데 ...
Yes.
Okay. We have got some of your sentences already submitted, guys, so we're looking forward to hearing them a little bit later. We do have Maz from New Zealand saying, all sounds like tongue twisters today. Sorry, Minji. Well, that's why we're here. Even if they are tricky, we're here to help you out. Let's set the scene for what we'll be acting.
Okay, so today's scene portrays the business meeting between your character, like the CEO of a sports agency, and my character, producer. And there's also another character who doesn't talk anything, but there is.
They're in the scene?
Yes.
Okay. Can I play that character? I just need to be silent, right?
Yeah. So he's Hongdae, a football player.
That's his name?
Yes.
Hongdae. I went to Hongdae last night. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. A player called Hongdae.
Yeah, so because he faces a worst crisis in his sports career, like he has right now the negative public image, and in order to restore his image, the CEO actually hired my character, producer So-min, who specializes in image making.
Image making, I don't know, is that a term we use in English? But here in Korea, yeah, it means to, like, I suppose, improve your image, your public image and stuff like that.
Yes.
So this is a meeting between me and said producer.
Yes.
So I'm quite, I guess, a fiery tempered guy, Hongdae, the soccer player. All right, let's get on with this. We'll do it all in English apart from those three phrases.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're not late.
Oh, I guess not. 사는 게 팍팍하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Living a busy life does that.
Oh, Hongdae, hello. I wasn't a fan, but I've glued to your news. Hora, right? I heard you changed your name.
It's a stage name. Documentary producer Lee So-min. She's good at filming those tearjerkers. 이미 열정이 지난 나이인데 열정페이 받고 이래.
열정은 오르는데 월급이 안 올라서요. So I toned down my passion accordingly to the minimum wage and I found peace of mind.
So that's a funny ending. So she's saying now she's not working as passionately. She's just working as much as she's getting paid.
Yes.
Well, if you're like employing someone, I suppose you might not want to hear that, but that's the reality of the situation sometimes.
That's right. Yeah.
So the soccer player that I play in this, he's like a professional soccer player, but has got a bad image recently.
Like in the football match, he was over ambitious in order to win the game. So he even kind of interrupt his own team player.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, in a kind of really, really bad way. And after the game, one reporter asked him about the very uncomfortable question.
Yeah.
And he even punched the reporter.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
his image is terrible.
Yeah, it's a little mess.
Oh wow, that sounds really intriguing. And then hiring a producer to then improve that public image and persona as well. You guys, you can guess what is today's drama or movie. Any other hints for today?
The main actress is IU.
Singer, actress,
yeah.
multi-talented, super lady, IU. Oh, I remember seeing trailers for this.
Oh, yeah?
Because, yeah, it looks like a funny kind of comedy, right? Okay, all right. I think I know, but I don't know the title of the film. I'm ashamed to say.
Welcome to Arirang Radio.
If you are in Jeju,
88.7 in Jeju City.
88.1 in Seogwipo City.
101.9 in the Daejeong area.
Arirang Radio.
And we are back for part 2, learning through dramas and movies, some Korean. And we have played you the soundtrack song. We've also given you some hints that IU is in this movie. Who's the male lead in this? He looks very familiar.
Yes, he's also very famous. It's Park Seo-joon.
Oh, okay. So if you're a fan of Park Seo-joon, you might have been thinking, hey, why didn't you say him? He's just as big. Yeah,
Right.
My mum's a big fan of his as well, actually. She doesn't usually like younger male actors, so he must be doing something right. We had some guesses really early on. Leon the Lemonade saying today's movie is Dream, and in Korean, Dream. And then later on from Benny in the Philippines saying my movie guess is Dream or Dream as well. Are they right?
Yes, as always.
Well done. Come on, give us some incorrect guesses. Benny
right.
says that he watched it 2 times.
Ooh.
Wow. And Sweet Maz says, yeah, Dream is the only movie I can think about IU starring in recently.
Yeah.
Well
and
done.
like I think she's never acted like bright character for a long time. Like character who has a bright personality.
Is she bright in this?
Yes, very. Like she has a very realistic personality in this film.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has also very bright personality.
Because from what I remember in the trailers, yeah, like Park Seo-joon looks like that kind of, like you described, almost like a maybe Ronaldo-esque player in terms of maybe ego and this bad image, punching a reporter and stuff. And then it seems like she's kind of teasing him from time to time as
Yes,
well in
yes.
the trailer. So it looks like they
Right.
have a good little bit of chemistry there. Leon was also saying, you know, I'm really into football, Minji. Being a British guy, I'm very
Right.
much a stereotype and I make a lot of content. And he said that a former guest on Sam Carter's show, Super K-Pop, Sean Lee, is a fan of your soccer YouTube videos, Peter. Oh, that's lovely to hear. How did you find that out, I wonder? I'm really curious. And then one of my friends is online today, one of my Korean friends, saying Dream is actually Lee Byung-hun 감독's 영화,
Yes,
or
that's
director
right.
Lee Byung-hun, his
Yes.
film. Not to be confused with the actor Lee Byung-hun, right?
Yeah, they have the same names. But you know the film called 극한직업, like Extreme Job?
That was a huge hit.
Yes. Lee Byung-hun is the director of that film,
That's amazing. But
right?
to be honest, in Korea, because we only have 3 syllables and very similar surnames in many cases, there are many, what do we call it? 동명
Lee-in.
동명이인.
Yes.
So 2 people with the same name, but in the same industry to be so famous.
Right.
Actor Lee Byung-hun
And
director
director
Lee
Lee
Byung-hun.
Byung-hun,
You
yeah.
have to be careful. Okay, he wrote this film as well, it seems.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes. And like he's a director who is known as his skill for making relative scenes, but in a also very funny and entertainable way.
Oh, wow. This
So-
came out, what, this year?
Yes.
in
yes.
early this year,
In April 26th this year.
And it got decent, like, responses and reviews.
Yes, yes.
Didn't they go abroad for this film? I think in the filming, I saw, like, some of the scenes are about a tournament abroad. Like, they're going to play, like, he takes an amateur football team, I believe, Park Seo-joon's character, right? So I think they went to Hungary or somewhere like that to do the filming. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Yeah, yeah.
it's not all based in Korea.
Oh, right. Like they were supposed to film in Hungary and also Colombia, but like it was like postponed due to COVID situation.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
But
Okay.
the filming wrapped on like last year,
Okay.
April.
So it was delayed due to COVID. Goodness gracious. Yeah, lots of films took ages to be released because of interruptions due to COVID. This is another one. IU, if you've never seen her act, you've got to check it out. She is so talented, isn't she?
Yes, and what surprised me is that the normal like line she speaks is very longer than other characters.
Oh.
And she speaks really fast.
Wow.
But with a very distant pronunciation.
So she learned her lines well, perhaps. Wow.
So, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I have done like very minimal acting in like little role plays and stuff. But even for that, to learn one line and say it precisely and naturally is so difficult,
Yeah,
right?
it's so difficult.
And even for pro actors, I think most of the time they don't have that longer lines. So that must have been a challenge for IU. Wow,
Right,
well done,
right.
IU. We got lots of voice clips coming in. We're going to play those and give you some feedback as well. This one from Mr. Delegero in the Philippines. Let's give it a play. Here we are.
사는 게 빡빡하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Wow.
That is a long sentence, isn't it?
Nice effort.
Well done, Benny.
Yeah, well done. I just noticed a very minor point. 팍팍 sounded a bit like 빡빡.
Pak.
Yeah.
Pak. Yeah, I guess that's a easy mistake to make, but it's a pube, right? So pak.
Yes, that's the correct way. But what I was going to say is native Korean also pronounced with 빡빡.
Oh, really?
In order to kind of emphasize the meaning.
To like, yeah, just make it sound stronger.
Yeah, like 사는 게 빡빡하니까.
팍팍하니까. So that's maybe a natural way to do it. Okay.
Yes. And I think 지각한 was pronounced in some different way, but it has to be 지각한.
지각한.
Yes.
지각한. So should we look at that first expression there with 팍팍 in it?
사는 게 팍팍하다 means like somebody is barely managing to keep body and soul together.
Because life is such like a struggle or it's very difficult.
Yeah, not easy. That's
Okay.
사는 게 팍팍하다.
So 사는 게, you can use then many different words after that, but 사는 게 means like to live or living is.
Yeah, like the act of living. Because 개 is what shortened 것 plus e. So it's 사는 것이.
The act of living is something, and what it
Yes.
is in this case is 팍팍하다,
팍팍하다.
which means like
Hard, difficult,
difficult, a struggle,
yeah.
tough. Like 어렵다 is the dictionary word you learn for difficult, right? So 사는 게 어렵다, but 팍팍하다 has a completely different kind of feel to it, right?
Yes,
Like it's frustrating and I don't want to do this. It's competitive and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that kind of meaning is implied in 팍팍하다.
All of that in there. I
Yeah.
feel like it's also a bit suffocating when you
Right,
say that
right.
word, right? Okay, 사는 게 팍팍하니까. And that was IU's character saying that, wasn't it, I think? Because she was apologizing for being late despite not being late, right? Let's get one from Faz in Malaysia. Here we go.
사는 게 빡빡하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Sounds like life is very difficult for you, Faz. Yeah.
Interesting intonation, but I love it.
Pronunciation decent?
Yeah, it's decent, but I found the 정시 was pronounced like 정시. But I think that was because of acting.
Yeah, getting really into the role. So what should it be?
정시, just 정시,
정시.
not 시.
Oh, that's so difficult
Yeah,
for
I
learners
know,
of Korean.
I know.
So what's the difference again between she,
She and she.
she, she?
So, if you kind of even frown your face
Okay.
or clench your teeth
Yeah.
right before expel the air,
Yeah.
that's double shut.
That's the double shut.
So
Okay.
you need the little pause or pressure like she,
She,
not she.
she,
Mind your pronunciation.
she is the double shut.
Yeah.
And then the single one?
Yeah, you can just naturally expel it like she.
She,
That's poem.
she. Yeah.
But she.
I'm been living here like 13 years. I still sometimes don't really hear the difference at all, but Koreans 100%, right? So 정시. All right.
정시.
What does that mean? Because that's next in the sentence.
It literally means fixed time or determined time. So if you get somewhere on time, That's 정시에 도착하다.
So it's not
and so on. Yeah.
denoting like a particular time, like as in objectively, but it's an agreed upon time. Okie dokie.
Yes.
정시에.
정시.
We got lots more of your clips. Why don't we get to Unitas and look a little bit more at this sentence? Here we go. Unita.
사는 게 팍팍하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Wow. Your pronunciation is perfect.
Well done, Unita.
Yeah.
Your Korean really, really amazing.
Yeah, but I think it'd be better if you kind of change your intonation. Like if you I think you just made your tone higher in the 도착하면, like a question.
정시에 도착하면.
Yeah, but just a little down, like
Okay.
lower your tone.
It's not a question, this
Yeah,
format
yeah,
at all, right?
yeah.
So 정시 we've learned is that designated time. 도착하면.
Like 에 means like at, and 도착하다 means you arrive
Okay.
to somewhere, and 면 means like if.
So if you arrive on time, 사는 게 팍팍하니까, because life is so difficult, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Okay, why don't we get to the blah, blah, blah through Leon from Singapore's voice clip. Here we go.
사는 게 팍팍하니까 정시에 도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Nice effort.
Yeah, in the middle there, you sounded really fluent, like a Korean there, Leon.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that 지각 part is quite tricky.
Yeah, so it has to be 지, the 지읒 sound.
도착하면 지각한 느낌이 드네요.
Yes, yes. It has to be 지.
So what is 지각한 느낌?
So 느낌 means like feeling, and 지각한 modifying. So 지각한 느낌 is like a feeling of being late.
Yeah, 지각하다 is to be late,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So 지각한 느낌, a feeling of being late. And that's a weird expression because, yeah, it is a bit of a weird situation. She's not late, it's just a feeling of being late.
Right.
And 드네요,
드네요 has multiple meanings, but in this situation it means to feel.
To feel.
Yeah, 느낌이 들다 is a common way.
that's the whole expression, right? You can say 느꼈다, right? Or 느끼다, to feel something.
Yes.
Or you can say 느낌, that like emotional feeling is felt 드네요.
Yeah, it comes to your mind or your heart.
Okie dokie.
느낌이 들다.
Curious about Korea?
Then
Arirang Radio.
Raul's saying, we're in the Korean babo team, Siska. No, don't feel like that. Babo means like a fool or being stupid. But no, all of you guys are doing great stuff, trying.
Yeah.
That's the most important, right?
Yeah, right. Not bubble at all.
No, you're all super talented, and making mistakes is all part of the learning process, right? I always try and emphasize that. Let's get on to some more of your sentences then. We've covered sentence 1, so on to more. This is Siska from Indonesia.
이미 열정이 지난 나인데 열정페이 받고 이래.
Nice effort.
Good effort, Siska.
Yeah, the whole sentence. And I found the 열정 was pronounced like 여정.
Yeah, which is a completely different word, right?
Right.
So, 열, you need to do the li을 받침 a bit stronger there,
Yeah.
Siska, right?
열정.
열정,
Yes.
열정.
열정.
So does that also modify the 정 sound a little bit, the li을 there? It's not just 열정, but 열정.
Yeah, 열정.
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 열정. Okay, say it a bit more with some tension in your mouth. 열정 meaning?
Passion.
Passion.
Yeah, 열정.
Passion. 열정. Because it features twice in that sentence, right? So in the first case, well, we're talking about actual passion, right?
So there is 열정이 지나다. I think it sounds still like figurative or translation way, but that's a drama line. So 열정이 지나다 means like literally the passion has passed.
The passion has passed.
Yeah,
Okay.
지나다.
The passion has passed. Like you're no longer passionate, basically. 이미 열정이 지난 나인데. So in that case, 이미
Like-
and 나이.
Yeah, 이미 means like already, and 나이 means like your age. And something 돼 means like but. So, but you're at a age.
But I'm at an age where, you know,
You're-
the passion is gone.
Right.
Already gone.
Yeah,
이미
already gone.
지났으니까. Okie dokie, Siska. Good effort. Let's get to Rao from Argentina here.
이미 열정이 지난 나인데 열정페이 받고 이래.
받고 이래. It's almost like you're instructing someone. You
Right.
just take that pay and work, right?
Right.
But the sentence here, the connotation is you're talking, almost in a tired voice that you're doing this, right?
Right. If you slightly drag your tone at the end, that would be meaning about yourself.
Okay.
열정페이 받고 이래.
받고 이래.
Yeah.
받고 이래.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I heard the way Rao pronounced 열정. To me, it kind of sounded almost like 결정 in a way.
Yeah. But it's 열정.
열정. 결정 means like decision. It is a word, but it doesn't fit here quite, right?
Yeah.
What does the second part of this mean then?
There is an important word which is 열정페이.
열정페이.
Yeah, it's a combination of passion and pay. Like
Passion pay.
yeah, passion pay.
So when I first heard this expression, I had no idea what it meant.
Right. So it means like somebody works for a very small salary, but very passionately.
Okay. So it's seen as like a negative thing, I suppose, like taking advantage of passionate people. Like they want to do this job, so I can pay them a little bit kind of thing.
Yes. It usually has a very negative connotation. Like companies exploit the very young job seekers.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who are willing to work for next to nothing.
Right.
Okay. 열정페이 받고 일해.
Yeah, I receive it and work.
받다 to receive, 일하다 to work.
Yes.
Okay, I receive that and I work. All right, let's get on to sentence 3 from Teto. Here we go in Indonesia.
열정은 오르는데 월급이 안 올랐어요. 진짜.
I love it.
At the end, adding your own little word. 진짜. Used to express frustration, right?
Yeah, thank you for sending
Disappointment.
your acting.
Good pronunciation?
I found the 오르는데, the O vowel sounded a bit like
오르는데.
Yeah.
열정은 오르는데.
Yeah. Teto pronounce a bit like 오르는데.
오르는데.
Yeah, but it's
okay.
O. Yeah.
And that's the key word in that first part, because we know 열정, passion, 오르는데.
Yeah, 오르다 means rise or
Rise.
increase.
Okay.
That's 오르다.
Rise or increase. Okay, so the passion is increasing, and we learnt 대 means but, and we'll find out what comes after. We got Aim Lita from Indonesia, sentence 3.
열정은 오르는데 월급이 안 올랐어요.
Again, the similar thing about the O.
Or,
It still a little bit sounded to me like or.
Those are very different in Korean, but again, I know for learners, because I went through
Right.
the same. They're so close in my mind, but very different.
Yeah, common mistake. I understand. I totally understand. If you kind of stretch your lips vertically as for O vowel. Yeah.
Okay,
The
and is more of a wide open mouth, right? And I think I heard it sound almost like 올라서요 at the end, which is another common thing to easily mistaken, but it's
Right.
올라서요.
Yeah, 올라서요. You're showing your reason.
Okay, so in that second half, because it didn't go up, 안 올라서요.
Right. 안 올라서요.
And what didn't go up?
월급.
월급.
Yeah, it's a monthly paycheck or monthly salary.
Literally, 월 meaning month, 급 meaning pay.
Yes,
So,
월급.
what do we call that? Salary or wages? One means a weekly thing in English. I think it's salary. I think. Don't quote me on that, though. Okay, so that's the fun sentence here. Passion is going up, but the pay isn't going up.
Yes.
All right, we got one more sentence here from Yana in Malaysia. Here we go.
열정은 오르는데 월급이 안 올랐어요.
You nailed that last part, 안 올라서요.
Yeah.
But the 열정 again, that sounded a bit...
Yeah, it pronounced a bit like 열정.
열정.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's not how it's spelt. 열정. 열정.
열정.
열정. And it sounds like your passion is all run out, Yana.
Right.
Yeah. Well done, guys, for all of your sentences. You can find this on Instagram, Arirang Daily K. We put up the reel of these 3 sentences if you want to review them in a fluent way, and I'll give you the translations as well. Minji, thank you so much. Your 열정 is never wavering, I think.
Thank you. It's always my pleasure.
We'll see you next Friday. That was Easy as Canada with me, Peter Bint, and Minji, which airs in hour number 2 on Fridays on #DailyK.